Beauty Babes, welcome to my channel. I am Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm here to share some empties with you, products I have used up, trash, and to let you know which products I liked, which ones I didn't, which ones I've repurchased. I used to do empties videos way back in the beginning stages of my channel. I feel like I have cat hair. Within like the first year or two of my channel, and then eventually kind of just stopped doing them. Not because I didn't like them, but mostly because I felt like, I mean, it takes so long to use up makeup, and I felt like a lot of the empties I was sharing was all like kind of boring stuff, like hair care, body care, maybe a little bit of skincare, but not much makeup, and I was kind of like, I felt like that was a little bit boring. So it's been a long time since I've done that, but recently I was kind of going through cleaning up my office and things like that, and realized I did have quite a bit of empties that were just like laying around or still in drawers and things like that. And then I have my cute little trash can. Hold on here. You'll see it in the thumbnail, but it's my adorable little trash can. And I realized I actually still had some products in there from like kind of that I had collected and put in there for the last time I was gonna be doing an empties video, which was actually years ago. So I was like, wow, okay, that's crazy. So a lot of the stuff that was still in here I just threw away because it was really irrelevant. Some of the stuff I kept because it is relevant. So anyways, you're gonna see kind of a mix. There's a lot for me to share, a lot of stuff that I have gone through, and actually a lot of makeup too. But I'm gonna kind of break it up into categories, so if something's a little bit boring to you, you don't really care about hearing about, you can just skip past that. So up first, I'm gonna do hair care, because to me, I personally find that a little bit boring. You guys might enjoy that, but if you don't, like me, you could skip forward, and I'll put timestamps in the description box. But the first things that I have that I've gone through are these Joico K-Pack shampoo and conditioner. I did haul these in a video, like an Ulta haul video before, and this is like the second or third time I've purchased this specific brand of shampoo and conditioner, and I really purchased them originally because I was recommended them when I was going through like blonding my hair, like getting rid of the black hair, for those of you guys remember when I had black hair, and going blonde. And now look at this, side tangent, it's been so long since even then, because look at this, is all my natural color. Blows me away. Anyways, and I really loved it at the time. The first time I purchased these, I was like, oh my gosh, it was like a godsend for my hair. It was so good, because before, with all the blonding and everything, my hair was just so badly damaged and so brittle, so yucky. If you hear noise, that is my cat giving himself a bath. So anyways, and so they're kind of expensive, shampoo and conditioner, but it was like kind of an investment. Well, anyways, the last time I purchased this, they were on sale, so I was like, sweet, I love those, I'm gonna get them while they're on sale. And I don't know if something happened with these, but these were not the same quality that I felt like I'm used to with this. When I first used these, I thought they were amazing. But these specific ones that I bought, and I thought, like, I wonder if that's why they were on sale, like it was a bad batch or something. I mean, is there such thing as a bad batch with shampoo? But anyways, I found them to be like really watered down and just not really doing the job for my hair like I was used to them doing. So I actually won't be repurchasing them. I'm now using a new shampoo and conditioner system from doTERRA, and that has been amazing for my hair. So anyways, normally I like these, but this specific batch that I bought, I don't know, was like a no-go. I was really disappointed because they're still expensive even on sale. Next up is another Joico K-Pack product. This is their Color Therapy Luster Lock Instant Shine and Repair Treatment, kind of like a like an extra conditioning treatment. I think I actually won this in a giveaway, and love this stuff. Is amazing. Really loved it, really enjoyed it. And then another item that was like a deep conditioning item for my hair. Clearly, you guys, I was going through a phase where I really needed that deep, intense care. But this is the Pro Fashion Hair Mask. It's for intensive repair. It's their argan and keratin complex. What is it called? Hair mask. Oh my gosh, like I literally just said it. And I talked about this before. I have a whole video on these products. This is like a really paste-like, oh, there's still kind of a little bit in there, you can kind of see. Wow, I didn't realize there was so much left. Paste-like hair mask, so it really gets the job done. It's very expensive, but I actually did repurchase this again, so I have a full one in my bathroom because they were having like a 60% off sale. Yeah, it was a really high sale, and I took advantage, so it brought the price down a lot, because I probably wouldn't have repurchased this at the regular price. I loved it. It's great, but it's just a little bit too rich for my blood. But yeah, good stuff. Next up is one of the items that was still in my trash can that had been in there for a couple years. This is a product that I have not repurchased like recently, but it is something that I had repurchased several times. And gosh darn, there's like hair. I'm sure it's cat hair. And this is the Hask macadamia oil, and I really enjoy Hask products. I haven't purchased Hask products in a long time, but there was a time when it was like the main brand I was purchasing for my hair, and I love these little vials of their hair oil. I actually, since switching to the doTERRA shampoo and conditioner, haven't needed to add anything extra to my hair, any oils or anything like that. And if you guys are familiar with my videos, when I do talk about hair, which is rare, I do mention that I put a hair oil in my hair after I wash it, and then I don't do anything else with it for like the next 3 days until I wash it again. But anyways, Hask is a very affordable brand that I think is really good hair care, in my opinion. I know there might be others who disagree if it's not salon stuff, but in my opinion, they were good. Some more hair products. These were products I was sent in PR from Strivectin. Strivectin is really more known for like their face care, like skin care. Why can't I think of it? Skin care. And I love their skin care, but they also started coming out with hair care products, and they actually did send me shampoo, which I had thrown that away when I finished it up a while ago. I never thought about putting it in Empties video, but I still had these, and I just recently finished these up. But this is the overnight anti-frizz serum. This is just a serum that I would use if I wasn't doing an oil. I might use this one after I showered and washed my hair. And then this is one that is a spray, and it's their frizz control mist. And even though it was a spray, it was still kind of like came out like a cream almost, so like it was just a little less, like this is a lot more of a thicker cream. This was just a little bit thinner, but it was still creamy like, and I like them both. Neither one of them were something that super stood out to me. I guess I just more prefer oils, hair oils, to creams, because my hair is damaged and kind of frizzy. I mean, this is my natural hair. I have wavy curly hair. It's not super curly, but it's wavy curly, and it can get really frizzy because it's so damaged. And so I feel like the oils just work so much better with my hair, and these worked great, but they weren't, I wouldn't call them favorites or anything like that. And they're probably really expensive because Strivectin's expensive, but they worked really nicely. And then I have some dry shampoo. Because I only wash my hair like once every 3 days, I love me some good dry shampoo. There was a period of time where I was trying to find a good dry shampoo because I used to be obsessed with the Suave one with the yellow cap, and it was only like $2, and then they discontinued it. They switched over to a different dry shampoo, which I could not stand the smell of it. It was just too strong for me, so I stopped using that. And then I've tried, which I don't have, I've thrown them away because I didn't, again, wasn't doing Empties videos, so I wasn't thinking about it. I tried the what is it, Herbal Essence one, which I really like that one, and I might have even tried the Dove one, which I can't remember my thoughts on it, but it probably obviously wasn't like amazing because it is not sticking out to me. But then I discovered Not Your Mother's, and this is their Clean Freak Dry Shampoo. And the reason why I ended up sticking with this one and liking this is because the price is a lot cheaper than, oh, and Batiste, I think, are the other two I tried as well. Okay, good ones, sorry, random. Good ones, but expensive, and so is, I think, this is cheaper than the Herbal Essence one as well. So even though I like that one, this one's cheaper, and it's bigger. I wish I had another size to compare it to, but this is a pretty big bottle, and it's a good price, and it smells amazing. This is the scent Warm Sugar, but they have like an orange one. I think they have one that's like a coconut, toasted coconut one. They have a variety of scents, so they smell good, they work really well. And they're big bottles, so they last a long time, and they're a good price. So I have one that I've emptied, and this is like probably my third one that I've gone through. And I also had a little smaller travel size, as you can see. This is one I would keep in my purse when I was like traveling or going places. But I've gone through both of those. Love these. Totally recommend these if you're into or looking for a new dry shampoo brand. Alright, moving on, let's get into body care. I don't have a ton for this. I'm sure I would have had more, but I don't always keep this stuff very often because I throw it away when I'm done. But I figured since I knew I was going to film this video that I would share them. So this first one is a natural deodorant from the brand Live Beautifully. It's their all natural aluminum free deodorant. It is cruelty free, all natural, handmade, GMO and preservative free, and it's a small business brand. The brand is Live Beautifully, if I didn't already say that. This, I only have one in here that I'm showing, but this is probably like the fourth or fifth one I've purchased, and I have 2 more on the way to me. They have a lot of fun, yummy scents. This is the scent Blueberry Violets. I've tried like a strawberry one, and there's other scents. They're really fun. They're really great. I am someone who, like, let's just get real here. I feel like such a weirdo, but I feel like there must be other people out here. Do you ever become like immune to deodorants, especially ones you buy in like at Walmart or in like regular deodorants you buy in the store? They just don't work for me, and I've tried like the clinical ones. Like I'm a stinky person. And so what turned me to using that one is because I actually got a small little sample. They actually sell the sample sizes, so if you want to try them out and you're not sure, buy the sample size. I think they're like $4. The full size is $8. I got a sample size in a subscription box a long time ago. It was in a Luxe Pineapple box. I tried it. I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot, and it actually worked so well for me. And ever since then, I've been purchasing them, and I really like this deodorant. The one gripe I have about it is that because it is made using beeswax, it is a thicker formula. Like you could kind of see like this stuff that's like coming off the sides. It's like a very thick consistency, and so it's not like a normal deodorant that kind of like blends and like goes into the skin. So this kind of stays a little bit thick under your armpits and kind of can get goopy. I'm willing to deal with that because it works so well and keeps me not stinking. But that is something to note, and it also does, if you don't really, sometimes I'll just kind of like rub it in to try to melt it more into my skin, because if you don't do that, it can get onto your clothes and almost create like those yellow pit stains, except for it's not from like your sweat or anything. It's actually from the beeswax, and that's kind of a downside. But it's a trade-off because it's the one deodorant that really works for me, so I'm just throwing that out there. All right, moving on, I actually have this. This is the Sol de Janeiro, the Boom Boom Cream, or Bum Bum Cream as we know it. And I got this little tiny guy in my BoxyCharm a couple months ago. It's actually lasted, smells so good. I feel like, when did we get this? July? We got this in July, I think, and it's lasted me since then. I really only used it like on my arm and upper bodies, but I feel like a little bit goes a long way. It's very long lasting. It smells so good. And I actually have repurchased this as well. I actually just got my order in yesterday. And my good friend who really loves this stuff as well, I bought her one as a gift. So this is like a 0.25 ounce one, and the one I purchased was like a 0.75 ounce one. So for anyone curious, just for reference, here's what the bigger size looks like. This is this little tiny guy. I might actually keep this instead of throwing this away and put some of this in here to carry this around in like a purse. It'll be like my to-go one. That just came to me. I think I'm gonna do that. But this is the bigger size, and there's actually a bigger size than this. I just chose this one because I know that a little bit goes a long way. It is an expensive lotion. Like this is just for this one was $20. So I was like, I'll stick with the medium size one and be good with that. But I love the smell of it, and I know it's supposed to be like a firming cream. I will say I don't feel like I noticed that it had any like necessarily firming benefits or anything to it, but I just really like the way, for one, that it smelled, and for two, the way it felt on my skin. It felt really nice, and I feel like I stayed hydrated and my skin felt smooth. So that's why I really liked that aspect of it. Alright, moving on to another category. I have quite a bit of stuff for skincare. So the first one I'm going to say is I got this little empty. It's a Wander Beauty Baggage Claim Gold under eye masks. I got this in BoxyCharm last month, I think the August BoxyCharm, and we got 3 of them, so I'm kind of excited that there were 3 and not just 1, because I actually really like these. These are supposed to be like for a mask to brighten, hydrate, and reduce the appearance of dark circles. And so I actually really like these. I wouldn't say that I feel like my dark circles were gone, but I love the way it felt. I feel like most under eye like patches and things like that are very slippery and very like slidey and kind of like slimy feeling. These ones are not. Like once you put them on your eyes, there is that serum feeling, but once it kind of adheres to your eyes, you can touch it and it feels dry. Like the patches feel dry. They're not all slidey, and they're actually pretty like stay in place on your eyes, and I loved the way that felt. And then when I took them away, just the way my under eyes felt and looked, just looked refreshed. They looked firmer, they looked hydrated. I really liked them. So, and that was just the first impression. I can't say like they took away my dark circles or anything like that, but I loved the feeling of them. So I'm excited that I have 2 more to try and play with. Next up is, these are the, I have 3 of them here, but these are the Bye Bye makeup removing wipes from It Cosmetics. I have 3 of them. 2 of them I purchased myself. 1 I received in PR after I had purchased the 2, and I literally got it, I think like a couple days or maybe the next week that I ordered these. And I wish that if I would have known I was getting them in PR, I would have waited and saved my money, because these are expensive. I think that they're like, if I'm remembering correctly, they're $14 and you only get 25 wipes. The only reason I purchased, and I actually put this in a haul video, so you can see me, I'll reference that video if you guys want to check it out. The reason why I purchased these is because I love the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Makeup Balm, and these were brand new at the time, and I was considering purchasing the Bye Bye Makeup Balm, but I was like, you know, I want to give the wipes a try. They're brand new. If they remove makeup as good as the balm does, but just like in a portable wipe form, then I will, like, I know I'll love them. I know $14 is expensive, especially for 25 wipes, but I just really was curious to give them a try. I was also at that time traveling. I was going to be going to New York for IMATS, so I wanted to have them for that rather than carrying the balm with me. And so I bought these out of convenience and curiosity, and I will say I really don't think they're worth the money. $14 for only 25 wipes is kind of crazy. I feel like I wish that there were like at least 50 wipes in there to make up for. I realize that they have like the skin, you know, anti-aging benefits and the skin benefits, but I honestly didn't feel like they were any better than your average wipe. Like I have these here I brought out for just comparison. These are just like your Equate Beauty, so like the Walmart brand makeup remover wipes. These are like $3 or $4 and you get 40 wipes, and they're great. And I would just want to say really quickly, I'm not someone who uses makeup wipes that often to like remove my makeup. I like to have them handy for like removing swatches, and like on days I'm feeling too lazy to really go do the whole spiel of washing my face. For the most part, I use the makeup eraser to like remove my makeup, and then I go in with my like skincare system. So I don't use makeup wipes often, but still when I use them, I want them to be like, you know, good. And I just felt like these were just okay. They seemed a little bit on the dry side, so I felt like they were a little bit more rough on my skin than I would prefer, and I was assuming that they would do really well and remove my makeup really easy, but I don't feel like they remove my makeup easier, quicker, better than any other wipes, and especially like I said, these ones, which are pretty like not as dry. And so I can't justify, and I will not be repurchasing these. That's just too expensive, even for It Cosmetics and even for the skincare benefits. I cannot justify it. So I don't recommend. If anything, I would recommend the Bye Bye Makeup Balm, because that stuff is bomb. And since we're on that topic, I do actually have an empty of the Bye Bye Makeup, what I'm talking about. So here's the tub. It's a pretty big tub. I really like it. This stuff removes makeup amazingly. It is expensive, but a little bit goes a long way. So it's very long lasting. It's really, really great for a balm. It doesn't get greasy or gross on your hands to where you feel like you have to also use soap and water to remove it. Like, it removes with water and it takes off your makeup beautifully. So if you are looking for a makeup removing balm, I do recommend this. It's expensive, but it's so worth it. Okay, another skincare item I have is a face wash, and this is actually a 2-part set. I must have just thrown the other part away without, I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. But anyways, this is from Skin Kick, and I actually really love this stuff. This is the face wash, and the other part of the system was like a lotion, and it's meant to really help with acne and hormonal acne and things like that. And I believe they use, if I'm remembering correctly, it's been a while, they use like natural ingredients and stuff, and what really like piqued my interest was some of the ingredients that are in it. I have a video that I did on Instagram. I'll link that because it has more information, because I'm probably not remembering remembering it great. But I did see a difference in my skin, and the only reason I didn't repurchase is because I'm always trying new skincare, and while I really like this one, I more so liked the lotion part of it more than the cleanser part of it. While I think the cleanser was really nice, and it did have something in it, so it was exfoliated a little bit too, and I felt like I saw results when using the system. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling like repurchasing it. I do feel like I would recommend it. I would say, if anything, I like the lotion more, and I've been considering purchasing the lotion part of it alone, because the lotion part of it worked really well, and it's supposed to create like a barrier over your skin to protect it from like environmental threats and pollutions and toxins and all that kind of stuff, and it actually worked as a barrier against your makeup as well. I mean, at least that's what the claims were, and I feel like when I used it, my skin looked really great, so I kind of want to repurchase. I just haven't bit the bullet to do that yet, but I do think that this is a really good system, especially for like acne and things like that. I actually do have one essential oil empty, and if you want to learn a little bit more about essential oils or see other videos, I've actually done a dedicated video of my doTERRA and essential oil empties, so if you're curious to learn more about my empties of essential oils or doTERRA products, or just the products in general, I will link those videos in the eye for you guys to check out to see more. But I've went through another a Melaleuca, which is the fancy name for tea tree oil. Melaleuca is the essential oil that I think that I personally use the most, because I use it so much for my skincare, and so I've gone through quite a bit of these. Moving on, I have this Derma-E Firming Eye Cream. This is one that I repurchased. I did mention in another video that I had to repurchase this one. I really like it. I've tried a lot of eye creams, and for the most part I feel like all of the eye creams I've tried work or do well. They do their job, but it's usually like there's some that I can tell like more of a difference, and this is one that I tried and was like, I like this one better than the rest. And I think the big part of it is that it's a firming eye cream. I'm really into the firming eye cream. The ones that are meant to hydrate are great. The ones that are claimed to like help reduce dark circles are great. We know that really doesn't, nothing does that. But the ones that are firming are the ones that I love the most, because my eyes do tend to get a little bit droopy, and I notice a difference when I'm using my eye creams, that they firm up and they're not as droopy, and this is one that I felt like worked really great for me, and it's pretty affordable, so it's one that I have repurchased. Speaking of eye creams, this is another one, and this is from It Cosmetics. This is the Bye Bye Under Eye Cream, and this one is supposed to smooth, brighten, and depuff, and I really like this one a lot too, but when I was considering which one to repurchase, I went for the Derma-E one instead of this, so I have not repurchased this, but I actually do have an extra of this, because in that same package that I got the wipes, I ended up getting an extra one of these, and I really like it a lot, so it's nice to have a backup. But again, like I said, the Derma-E one would be my favorite. Moving on, I have another product from Derma-E, and this is their hydrating cleanser with hyaluronic acid. In general, I really like Derma-E skincare products, and as far as this, I think it was a nice cleanser. I don't have any complaints about it, but I don't have anything that super stands out about it to me. I do love that it has hyaluronic acid. That's one of my favorite skincare ingredients. But it's funny, I watched a video recently from one of my friends, Lauren, here on YouTube, and she mentioned something, and I so agree with her. She said something about like cleansers, like she's not like super, what was the wording she used about it? But basically it was like, you know, they're only on your skin for just a little bit while you're washing your face, and then you take them off. And that's kind of how I feel. She said it so much better. She's so great at articulating her words, whereas I am not. I'm very spazzy and all over the place. But basically I was like, I so agree with you. That's exactly how I feel about cleansers. It's hard for me to like talk about cleansers and be like, oh my god, it's amazing, because I don't ever really feel that way about a cleanser. I'm just like, as long as it does the job, it washes my skin, washes my, you know, my face, takes the dirt off, foams up a little bit. I like a cleanser that foams, and it doesn't have like bad ingredients, and I'm like, I'm good with it. Like it worked, it did the job. But I have a lot of cleansers that I've tried, and a lot that I'm trying, and I'm just kind of like, they're all the same to me personally. Moving on to some moisturizers. This is the Bye Bye Lines serum from It Cosmetics. I love this stuff, and I actually was going to repurchase this myself because I love it that much, but I ended up getting a backup sent to me in PR from It Cosmetics, again with the eye cream and with the wipes. This was also sent, and I was so thrilled because this is pretty expensive as well, and I was kind of like milking it, you know, and trying to make it last longer than it should have, because it's so expensive. But it's so worth it. I really love this, and I'm glad to have a backup. If I didn't get that backup for free, I definitely would have repurchased it. Moving on to another product from It Cosmetics. This is the Secret Sauce. This is their clinically advanced miraculous anti-aging moisturizer. This is another product that I received in PR from It Cosmetics, and it's nice. I don't have anything negative to say about it. I didn't have any bad experience with it. I do think it's a good moisturizer, but it's just, I'm not going to be repurchasing it because it just, I don't know, it was good, but nothing like stood out to me about it. I don't know. There's others that I really like more, which I'm going to talk about right now, that I have repurchased, and so that's kind of why. When I'm trying so many products, especially for skincare, it's got to be really stand out to me for me to want to repurchase, especially considering I'm getting skincare for free often. So for me to repurchase means I really love it and need to keep having it in my life, and it's hard, and like I've said this before in other videos, it's kind of hard because when you are, it's hard, I'm going to say this, it's hard to purchase products that you know you might not be able to use as often because you're always trying new products, if that makes sense. So that being said, like when I repurchase skincare, it's because like I know this is a staple. I know this has really worked for me, and I can't see myself not using it, even if I'm setting it aside for a little bit to try other products, but I want to be able to go back to that. So anyways, this was just, it was an okay product. It wasn't bad, but just not like, not something I needed. So moving on to the product that I did need for a moisturizer, this is the Clinique Moisture Surge, and I actually got this in PR as well a long time ago, which I don't receive PR from Clinique. Like, this was kind of just like a random one. They reached out and wanted to send it to me. And I've never received anything else ever since. And I actually didn't use it for a long time because, like I said, I'm always trying skincare, so this kind of like sat for a bit before I finally tried it, and once I did, I was like, okay, wow, this stuff is amazing. For it being a, let me just say, for those who don't know, this is a gel moisturizer, and most, in my experience, gel moisturizers are almost like you put them on and it's almost like splashing water in your face. It literally does nothing. They're just so thin and they go on your skin and they just absorb like, or dissipate, what's the word, like water would on your face, and I never would feel like they did anything for my skin. This one is so different. When it says a moisture surge, it is legit. And because it is a, I'm gonna see if there's anything left in here, or I could just grab my new one. There's still a little bit left. Oh my god, it feels so good. Okay, because it is a gel moisturizer, it's so thin. Like, that's what I love about it, because gel moisturizers usually appeal to someone who has like more oily skin or who doesn't like the feeling of something too heavy on their skin. I have usually combination dry skin, but I feel like it's more normal recently. Anyways, but I love this. So it's lightweight because it's a gel, but you instantly feel it working on your skin. Like, your skin instantly feels hydrated, instantly feels moisturized, instantly feels softer, and you feel the effects all day long. Like, it's that good. It is so good. Highly recommend. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm dying. It's so freaking hot in here. Okay, we're gonna be moving on soon to makeup, but first I want to get these out of the way. I'm very proud of these. These are just lip balms. For those of you guys who know me well, you know that I'm a lip balm and a lip gloss junkie, and so when I use them up, because I know that's rare, I know not everybody uses lip balms up, it's almost impossible. But I've used up 3. So I have an EOS that I've used up, which EOS isn't that great of a lip balm, you know, it's okay, they're fun, they're cute. Does anybody even use EOS anymore? Anyways, this is actually one that was in my trash can that's been in there for like a year, but I still wanted to show it. I'm like, I used up an EOS, like, I used it all up. I was proud of that, so I had to show it off. Then I used up the Vaseline Lip Therapy in the flavor or scent Creme Brulee, which is a really delicious scent. I really like this, and I really love this as a lip, a really good lip treatment. Like I like to use this at night actually, put a little bit on my lips before I go to bed because it stays really thick on your lips and you wake up with your lips feeling amazing and not all dry and gross. But I love that stuff, and I recommend that if you really need good hydration for your lips. And then another one I used up, and I kind of want to repurchase, but I kind of don't because it's so expensive and it's kind of silly. But this is the It Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi Your Perfect Pink, like their lip balm. I loved it because the casing is like, it's metal, and it has, if you could hear, the magnetic closure, and it's like a pinky clear lip balm, but it actually transforms a little bit to like Your Perfect Pink. That's why it's called that. It's basically like one of those ones that changes based on like temperature or your pH, or what is it? I can't remember. But I love this stuff. It smells kind of like cherries, and it feels really good on the lips. It's like a really great lip balm, but it's silly expensive in my opinion for a lip balm. So I'm not sure if I'll repurchase, but if there's like a sale or if I want to treat myself or splurge, I might repurchase because I really like this stuff. All right, moving on now finally to some makeup. Now I actually have two of these in here because one of them was in my trash. Like I mentioned, I had some products in there that had been in there for like a year or more. But I have two of these because one I just recently ran out of, another one has been in there. But these are the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. So yeah, as you can tell, I really love this, and so I mean I think you guys know that. All right, next up I have some products from Milani Cosmetics. This is the Multitasker Face Powder. You guys have seen me use this, I'm sure, in a lot of my videos, and I've gone through like easily 10 of them over the last couple of years. I love these. I've repurchased them several times. I will always repurchase them. I have one that's open on my dresser right now, and I've gone through these like so many of these. The next one I'm very proud of. This is the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Rose d'Oro. You guys have seen me use this a ton in a lot of my videos as well, and I'm just very proud to have used up completely a blush. Like, whoa. I'm actually working on using up another blush as well. You guys have probably seen me use the Balm's Hot Mama blush, which is a similar shade. So I love this. I would repurchase. The only reason I'm not is because I have so many blushes right now that I don't need to buy a new one. It'd be silly, even though this is one of my favorites. What I'm doing is trying to use up what I have before I purchase more. But I would recommend this. Love this one. Everybody raves about Luminoso, but Rose d'Oro, I swear, such a gorgeous shade. Really quickly, I have a concealer. What? I've been talking too long, I can't even talk anymore. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I use the shade Light Warm. It looks like there's still something in there, but really like there's not. Like I've scraped the sides. It's like it's all empty. I can't get any more out. Love this stuff. I have repurchased that before, and then also in addition to that I had gotten a PR package with all of them, and so I have backup for days. Thank you to Urban Decay for that, but I have purchased and then repurchased on my own. It's one of my favorite concealers. I actually mentioned it. I'll link it in the eye, wherever the eye is, where I did a video on my favorite concealers. That is one of them in there if you're curious to learn more. Moving on, this is the NBA Cosmetics Glitter Foil and Line Effect Serum. I finally ran out of this. I've had this for like years. It lasts forever. It's an amazing serum that you could use, like as it says, for liner, foiling your shadows, or with glitter. You see me use it the most with glitter, and so I have repurchased that. Now, oh, some brow products. Okay, this is the It Cosmetics Brow Power Powder, and I've finally use this up. Actually, I shouldn't say finally. I use this up rather quickly, and so if you're familiar with my videos, I've talked about this product a lot. It's actually what I have on my brows today, so I have repurchased. And I was torn about this product because I loved it so much, but I felt like it got used up too quickly. Like it was a little bit too like crumbly or too much kick up, so that I felt like a lot of product got wasted. And I'm gonna have some clips I'm gonna insert to show you guys. But when I bought the new one, I realized that I think the reason why my first one kicked up so much is because I used it with the It Cosmetics Brow Power brush, which is a very thick, dense, like hard brush. And so when I used it into this powder for the first time, it really picked up and broke up a lot of the powder, and I think it loosened it up, so that way the rest of the time I used this, it was just very loose. So what I would say is, because I love this powder so much, and at first was not sure about recommending it because of that problem. I can now recommend this. I know it wasn't the powder, it was the brush. I just don't recommend using that brush. I now use brushes, which I'll show you guys the footage that I took, that are a lot more loose and fluffy, kind of like fluffier. They're still like tapered brushes that I use that are like brow shaped brushes, but they're much more fluffy and they're just a lot more gentle on this powder, and they apply the powder so well compared to the It Cosmetics brush is just really dense and hard and just took up too much of the product, and just I feel like made it get used up way too fast. So I don't recommend the brush, but I definitely recommend the powder. Along with that, I actually finally used up the It Cosmetics Brow Power Pomade, which is the gel. It's like a brow gel, and it's like this tiny little wand. I love this stuff. I actually repurchased this as well because it has become my favorite brow gel. It just really keeps my brows in place all day. I love the way it looks. Like, there's just something about this little brow brush that really just brushes my eyebrows and shapes them in a way that I love. So while this is really expensive, I think both this and the powder are $24 each, so they're really expensive. Never would I think that I'd be spending that much money on brow products, but I like literally cannot live without these. So yes. I have another brow gel that I actually really loved for a long time before I was using this, that I ran out of, and this was my favorite before the It Cosmetics ones, but this is the Brow Gal brow gel, and so it's kind of, I felt like it was a dupe for the Anastasia clear brow gel, except for I think this is actually just as expensive. So I was hoping it would be a dupe because I liked it just as much. It does the same thing because I really like the Anastasia one as well, but I always thought they were so expensive, but funny enough I ended up falling in love with this one that is actually more expensive than both this and the Anastasia one. So yeah. We're down to just a few more things. These three are some of the older ones that I had in my trash can from a year or more ago, and these are the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powders. I actually haven't used these in a long time, but I used to love these, and I would kind of make my own mixture of this powder, which I wonder if they still sell it. I don't know, but I hope they do, because I think I want to try using that again. But I used to do a mix of this High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder, which is kind of like a light pinky, and had a little bit of not shimmer to where it would look shimmery, but just something that like was light reflecting powder. I'd mix that with the Ben Nye Banana powder, and that was like the most beautiful mix of loose powder that I would use to set under my eyes. And I remember being so obsessed with that, and I think I still have a little jar of it somewhere, but I just stopped using it when I was trying other powders, and I've forgotten to go back with it. But seeing these reminded me how much I loved that combo. If any of you guys have been watching my videos or following me for long enough and you remember that combo, leave a comment and let me know, because I adore you, and kudos to you for sticking with me for so long. Okay, two more things and then we're gonna wrap it up. I actually have more, but I'm gonna save it for a different video, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But let me get to these two. I have two makeup setting sprays. I've actually gone through a lot more, but I've thrown them away. So other ones that I've gone through are the Drawer Cosmetics Slay All Day setting sprays, which I do like those. They're scented and they smell nice. Some of you guys might not like it for that reason. I've gone through the Urban Decay All Nighter setting sprays. I really love that one. I've repurchased that one up several times. I've also gotten some in PR. Anyways, here are two that I at least went through recently. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I really like this. It's probably one of my favorite ones from the drugstore. It has a really great spray on it. Let me see. There's still like the tiniest bit left. Oh, it still mists out really well. Can you see it? No, it's so fine you can barely see it. This has a really great mister. So when I think about setting sprays, it's hard for me to judge like which one's the best, because it's hard to really tell how long does this make my makeup last in comparison to another one, because every day is so different depending on what you do and what products you use. And even if you're using the same products, what if you do something different and that changes? You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to say like this one's better than that one. I mostly gauge what I like about a setting spray is by how they spray out, and that one has a really great spray, and I do feel like it does prolong my makeup wear, and it's a great price. You can find it at the drugstore. Another one that's like a drugstore brand is the Pixi Skin Treats Makeup Fixing Mist with rose water and green tea. I love this one. This is another one which I don't know This one has a little bit left. Oh, but this is kind of squirting out weird. Normally this has a beautiful misting spray, like it's called the Fixing Mist, and it's perfectly named because it does mist out beautifully. This is actually the second bottle I have gone through, the Milky Mist, and these two are my favorite ones. The other ones I just like okay, but they're all really, really good. And so yeah, I've used up 2 of those and definitely recommend, definitely repurchase and all that jazz. Now, moving on to the last things. Now, I'm not going to talk about them here, but I am just going to briefly mention them really quick just so you guys know and have something to look forward to. I'm going to hold it right here. This is all mascaras, and I was going to include them in this video, but I was like, this video is already going to be so long, and I feel like I have a lot of things to say about mascaras. I've tried, there's clearly so many here. I want to do a dedicated like video for mascara empties and my thoughts on each of them and stuff like that. Some of these I have actually repurchased, and some of them were like duds and things like that, but I have lots to say, so hopefully that might be something you're interested in. If it is and you made it this far, let me know, because I do plan to film that, and it would be nice to hear that I'm dropping them, that other people are interested in seeing that kind of a thing. So yeah, with all that being said, that is it for my empties. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed learning about the products that I've used, kind of like hearing my mini thoughts about them, if I repurchased, if I didn't, and why, and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you found it helpful, informative, as well as enjoyable. So with all that being said, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes.